Hi, I'm Judy. Welcome to Go with Yin Yoga and your Winter Solstice practice to strengthen your kidney and your bladder meridians and thereby your water element. Go ahead and come into either an easy seated position for you, or you can also be laying down on your mat, although we are going to start with centering using a hand mudra, so you will need to be able to see that potentially. We're working with the Jala Mudra, which is connected to the water element, as is winter. And we are in the winter solstice if you're in the northern hemisphere. Below in the description box, I will link up summer solstice practices, because I have a few, I think. This is a one-handed mudra, and you simply take your pinky fingers and the tip of your pinky finger, you only have one because we're using one hand, and the tip of your thumb, and press them together, making sure not to press right by the nail bed of your pinky finger, because that would be dehydrating instead of hydrating. The rest of the fingers come straight out and can rest on a knee or a thigh in your lap, whatever is comfortable for you. And I invite you to close your eyes if that's comfortable for you. Now is a great time to set an intention for your practice. On a subtle level today, we will be washing away old beliefs, negative beliefs, fear, negative emotions, and allowing healing to wash in. On a more physical level, you'll be strengthening your hips and opening your heart, among other things. We are working with the creation cycle today, and that just means we will have poses that are based on the earth element, because it is said that earth creates metal and metal creates water. The color of water connected to the water element, by the way, is blue. And I'd like to, as you are relaxing in this position and connecting to your breath and holding that mudra, I'd like to read you a poem. And it is from the book Yoga Heart. Yes, I've got the right book. And the title is Like Water. It deals with the many different characteristics water can have. Be like the river, flowing. Be like the lake, calm. Be like the ocean, roar. Be like the dam, restrained. Be like the waterfall, tumbling. Be like the rain, pour. Be like ice, solid. Give like water, naturally, assuming right form. And you can go ahead and let go of the mudra and begin to blink your eyes open. If you're sitting up on something, I invite you to come off of that right now. And turn to face the short end of your mat. Be scooching down just a little bit. If you have a strap, you may want to grab that. And bring the soles of your feet to the mat. And then slowly come down to one elbow and the other. And come all the way down onto your back. You might want a thin pillow or a blanket underneath your head. And maybe just tucking your chin just a little bit. Nice straight spine. On your next inhale, bend one knee to the side of your chest. Reach down and grab your foot if you can. If not, use the strap. On your next inhale, do the same thing on the other side. And then slowly straighten your shins, so knees are bent. Shins are pointing up towards the sky and feet are flexed. Happy baby. You can always use a strap around your shins, around your feet. And if none of that is working for you, you can do half happy baby, and I'll let you know when it is time. I hope I'll let you know when it's time to go ahead and switch. If you're doing half happy baby, go ahead and switch to the second side. Last couple of breaths here. And release one foot, let it gently fall down towards your mat, and then release the other. You can keep your knees bent if you'd like, or just stretch your legs down your mat. Let your hands come by your side and relax into what we call in Yin Yoga the rebound. Feel the sensations of your body. And after your next exhale, bend your knees and then gently come over to one side and slowly walk yourself upright. If you have a few folded blankets, you can grab that. If you have a bolster, you can go ahead and grab that. I like to place that vertically onto my mat, towards the top of the mat. If you don't have either the blankets or the bolster, you can grab a couple of blocks. You can place one behind your bra strap if you're female, and if you're male, you know where that is most likely, and the other supporting your head. Using the bolster, go ahead and leave just a little space between your hips and the end of the bolster, and slowly begin to drape yourself over the bolster, coming into supported fish, allowing hands to come out to either side, and legs are pointing straight down toward the short end of your mat. An option also is to take recline butterfly, and in which case your soles of your feet would be together, And the knees will be coming out to either side. I'm going to remain in supported fish. It's a great pose to help support your immunity. Allow your face and your jaw to relax. Maybe letting that lower jaw open just a little bit. Maybe you bring your attention to your kidneys, basically draping towards the bottom of your bolster, your blanket, or your block. This sequence is designed to help tonify or strengthen the kidneys, a major element of winter. And just a couple of breaths here. On your next inhale, take the soles of your feet to your mat, bending your knees. And again, allow the legs to fall to one side. And slowly and gently walk yourself upright. Take that bolster over to the side. Don't need it for our next. Next posture. Actually, go ahead and grab your folded blanket if you have one. Anything that you can sit up on a little bit, just on the very edge of it. Can make it a little more comfortable for people who aren't comfortable if their hamstrings are very tight or perhaps their back is tight. And just take a few breaths in staff pose. And again, feeling the rebound. Go ahead and bend your left knee out towards the left side and bring that left foot onto your right thigh, half butterfly. And I like to start with a straight spine, chin tucked just a little bit in towards the chest, nice straight spine. And then begin to let the chin fall down closer and closer to your chest. If that's comfortable for you, you can also stay just sitting with a straight spine. Allow those shoulders to relax. Maybe feeling as if you're standing under a waterfall, washing away whatever you don't need to carry into the new year. Back rounds if that's comfortable for you. Just let go and release. And last couple of breaths here. And then take the palms of your hands to your mat. Slowly press into those palms to bring yourself upright. And stretch that leg forward. So legs are stretched in front of you, towards the short end of the mat. Taking a brief pause in staff pose and noticing what you feel. And go ahead and come to the second side. Maybe readjust where you're sitting. Bending the right knee out towards the right. Taking the right foot to the left thigh. Inhale, exhale, let those shoulders release down your back. And maybe inviting your chin to slowly come down towards your chest. And perhaps allowing the back to round. What fears are washing over you? What fears can you wash away, let go, move into the new year without? And the last couple of breaths here. And again, take the palms of your hands to your mat. There's no rush. Press into them, walk them back towards your body. Stretch that bent leg straight and feel your rebound. And ask yourself, what fears are associated for you with winter? Is it the cold? Is it the short days? Is it all the things you have to do between now and then? And there is an Arabian proverb that I came across as I was researching this sequence that seemed very apt for this season. All sunshine makes desert. So if all the sun did all the time was shine, and we never got any rain, then we wouldn't have our beautiful seasons. And come on off whatever prop you may be using. Let me just move things around just a little bit. And we'll come back to all that. And if you have a folded towel by you, bring it with you. Swing your legs slowly around, coming up into tabletop position briefly, and then bringing your pelvis down to the mat. Grab that blanket, bring it in towards you, and bend your left knee so that your thigh is coming out from the hip. The thigh is parallel to the short end of your mat, and shin is parallel to the long end of your mat, and your foot is flexed. Half frog pose. If this feels like too much, if maybe your back is speaking to you in this pose, go ahead and take your elbows out to either side. Allow your chin to tuck into your chest, and if it's still too much, you can just simply come all the way down and place either your forehead or your chin onto your stacked hands. And here I like to imagine a frog laying in a calm lake, but there's ripples, and it's slowly just undulating back and forth with the calm water. Notice any muscles you might be contracting. Allow them to relax. Last couple of breaths here. And then slowly straighten that left leg back behind you. This time I am going to invite you to take your elbows out to the side, stack your hands, and bring whatever is most comfortable for you onto those stacked hands. And feel the rebound before we move to the second side. And you can just begin to bend your right leg. I'm going to turn around so that you can see me. And slowly transitioning so that my legs are behind me. And I am onto my stomach, bringing that folded blanket next to my leg, bending that leg out so that my right leg is coming out from my right hip, right knee is bent, right shin is parallel to the long end of the mat, and right foot is flexed. Left leg is straight out behind me, either having your hands out in front of you or having the elbows out to the side, stacking the hands and taking your chin or forehead onto your hands. Again, notice if you're contracting muscles. See if you can allow them to soften and release. Allowing the work to pass through the muscle into your connective tissue. Last couple of breaths here. And again, slowly begin to straighten your bent legs. Removing the prop. This time I am again going to invite you to take your elbows out to the side, from your forehead or your chin onto those stacked hands, and bend your legs and allow the legs to fall from one side and over to the other side. It should feel like a really nice little massage across your low back. And we are moving into our final resting pose, Savasana. And resting like this is known as Crocodile pose, is an option. Resting on your side is an option. Or taking a typical Savasana, laying on your back, bolster under the knees perhaps, as I am seated and minding time for you, and have just a few little more nuggets to share with you. I have another poem. Before we get into that, now is a great time to revisit your intention if you set one. And if you didn't, you can use what I have provided for you, washing away negativity, old fears, old beliefs, old emotions, so we can move into the new year, making space to move into the new year. And maybe just strengthening your hips, opening your heart. Those are great things too. As I mentioned in the beginning of this practice, the element associated with winter is the kidneys and the bladder, but primarily the kidneys. And the emotion that is associated with the kidneys is fear. So I have another poem I'd like to read to you. And that is from Gifts of the Rain Puddle. I will be linking up both these books so that you can check them out if you'd like to in the description box below. When I show them to you, Facebook doesn't like, or YouTube doesn't like that. I guess it was Facebook. Anyway, the name of this poem, the title of this poem is called Facing Fear. Today I sat with my fear. Frankly, I would have rather checked my emails, or folded laundry, or gone for a run. I coaxed myself to sit in a room with it, heart racing, and worry thoughts cascading and all. And something interesting happened. I was able to see all of those old, vulnerable parts of me, all of those places from my past spilling over into one giant heap of fear. And all I could do was send some compassion to myself, bring myself back to this moment over and over, even as my mind wrestled with me to reside in past and future. Feel my feet on the ground and know that in time, this too would pass. I invite you to close your eyes if that's comfortable for you. And just relax in Savasana until you hear me speak again. If you have that folded up blanket, you might like to place it over yourself. As you relax in Savasana, you may find your body temperature dropping. On the next inhale, inhale from the crown of your head all the way down the front of your body to your toes. And then exhale from your feet all the way up the back of your body to the crown of your head. Inhale, crown of head, down the front body to your feet. Exhale from your feet up your back body to the crown of your head. Inhale from the crown of your head, down your front body to your feet. And exhale from your feet, up the back of your body to the crown of your head. Keeping your eyes closed, keep breathing this way. Maybe you begin to feel a wash of peace, contentment, and joy just washing over your whole body, down the front, up the back, washing away those old beliefs, the old emotions. And now let that go. Let your breath return to normal. And allow it just to begin to deepen. Notice the temperature of the air as it touches you. Begin to notice any sounds close to you. And then notice sounds in other parts of your home or area. Notice any scents you may be smelling in your yoga practice area. And begin to take any small movements you need. Moving the head, releasing the neck, wiggling fingers and toes, maybe circling wrists, ankles, allowing motion to bring fluid back into your body. On your next inhale, inhale your arms up overhead. So getting a wonderful stretch from the tips of your fingers all the way down to the tips of your toes. And if you're laying on your stomach, just gently come over onto one side. And if you're on your back, take one foot onto your mat, then the other. Perhaps bringing one knee in towards your chest, and then the other. And gently roll to one side. And bottom arm cradles your head. And just take a few deep breaths here. And of course, you can always stay in Savasana for as long as you feel called to. No need to rush. Give yourself gratitude for choosing to spend this time with yourself and your thoughts and your feelings. So I give gratitude to each and every one of you who choose to practice with me. And slowly begin to press into your palms and walk your torso upright if it's time for you to move on, keeping the eyes closed. If it's comfortable, inhale. Press the palms of the hands together, all 5 fingers of each hand, pressing together, taking the thumbs into your breastbone, elbows flare out from side to side. Slightly bowing the head over the hands. May you be healthy. May you be happy. May you be free from pain and suffering. And may you allow all old negativity to wash away, to open space, to allow peace and contentment and joy into your life. And begin to rub the hands back and forth together. And really coming back into this moment right here, right now. And then just gently allow them to fall to your lap, to your knees or your thighs. Blinking the eyes open. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you enjoyed this practice, Please click the like button so I can bring free yoga to more people. If you'd like to practice with me again, click the subscribe and the bell. And take a little peek in the description box below. There is a link to whatever I'm offering free in my Facebook group right now. Right now, for all of December of 2023, I'm going live, trying to go live every week of December for short practices that can help you to de-stress, that can help you to calm down, to help you to wind down before sleep. Most of them are not actually yin yoga practices, but I promise they're going to help in this busy, chaotic time. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a wonderful rest of your morning, afternoon, or night.